Hi there, my name is Gerald Hermann, and I would like to introduce myself and the topic that I want to speak about, the participatory guarantee systems. I'm the director of Organic Services, a consultancy based in Germany. We are participating as one of the partners of the EU-funded SMARTCHAIN projects. And within that project, the PGS has been selected as one of the non-technical innovations for national and international short food supply chains. I would like now to share my screen to present my presentation. Participatory guarantee systems, what are they and how do they relate to organic? To label a product organic, it must be inspected and certified against public regulations and or private standards. However, due to the development of organic and the professionalization of the organic sector being based on international, or let's say national and international regulations and private standards, a third-party certification system developed and became the norm in most organic markets: the US, Europe, Japan, India, Brazil. And so the peer review system that was at the beginning of the development organic in the 60s and the 70s, where farmers visited each other or where consultants came to see whether farmers adhered to the standards, was changed to a third-party system where an inspector is coming, sent by a certification body. So why are PGS different? Participatory guarantee systems are locally focused quality assurance systems. They certify producers based on active participation of stakeholders and are built on a foundation of trust, social networks, and knowledge exchange. So it is people coming together in a locality who want to work together, who build their understanding of farming and food, and who share more than just buying food or producing food. They share a culture. The first PGS have already been started about 40 years ago. And from there, Maela, an agroecology movement from Latin America, and IFAM Organics International formalized the system and as we know it today. While at the beginning it was an informal system, it now gained recognition under some regulatory organic systems, like in Brazil or India and some other countries, where authorities officially recognize the value of participatory guarantee systems for their farmers, for their communities, as a contribution to a local food system and a contribution to rural development and the economic development of agriculture. So the motivation for PGS, is it organic only? And what is the motivation in general? So cost of third-party inspection and regulatory systems is relatively high because they are defined in detail. There are policies, there's bureaucracy, a lot of paper has to be filled in, or digital data have to be gathered. And that is a barrier for especially small and poor farmers who often cannot read and write, who are farming on less than a hectare. They cannot afford a fly-in inspector, whether it comes from their next big town or from international certification bodies. So to allow them to participate, we need to apply a different model, a different concept. And PGS offers a complementary, low-cost, locally based system of quality assurance with a heavy emphasis on social control and knowledge building, and thus enabling smallholding farmers to join in. PGS do not need a certain size, it just needs the commitment of people. PGS has a lot of different ways to be expressed in structure, has a lot of facets, and therefore it is a model, it is a concept that can be applied to organic and often is, in its majority, it is applied to organic. But it can also be applied to other well-defined quality systems, geographic indication, sustainable production, or else. So it is a concept that can be used by many different stakeholders to build what they agree as their common quality understanding. So the benefits, I already mentioned it, is that the cost is low because the personal time for participation of stakeholders in setting up, running, and maintaining the system is voluntary time that is offered. Maybe the PGS is successful and reaches a certain size, then of course the stakeholders might decide to compensate for those who are dedicating their time. But most of the PGS are based on voluntary commitment. While being voluntary, a lot of other rewards are given. Trust, ethical aspects, accessibility for consumers, fair price, especially benefiting small farmers and their families. Fair because farmers and consumers talk to each other, so consumers do understand what it means to farm organically and what it means to produce food with all the circumstances of changing weather conditions, running a small operation. So consumers and farmers together agree on a fair price that allows the farmer to survive. It means also increased negotiating power when it comes to sales outside the PGS, might provide resources that are not available to farmers otherwise, like legal advice, financial expertise, due to those consumers that are involved, access to markets and market success, access to infrastructure and management. So what differentiates the PGS from other systems? There is one major driving for making a PGS work, and which differentiates a PGS from a CSA, for example, consumer-supported agriculture system. Consumer-supported agriculture is a term that applies to all various kinds of direct marketing activities. Often they also involve consumer, but it might be box schemes. It might just farmers coming for harvesting, for spending time educating their children on that farm, but it does not mean that they are structurally involved. And that is the difference with the PGS. It's a structured system that builds trust among the stakeholders because they are involved. They are based on common agreed criteria and standards. They are auditable, and consumers and other stakeholders have access to production and processing, so they understand, they look behind the doors, they look into the core of what makes the production system of a farm. This check is a joint effort carried out in an open participatory procedure with all stakeholders interested in participating. So regularly marketing, the nature of a PGS is marketing is local, as it involves producers and consumers and serves their interest. But that does not mean that it needs to stay local. Surplus production and other might be sold outside the PGS to even improve the economic situation. Not all PGS are running well, but they are not failing due to lack of knowledge, expertise, or complicated rules. They regularly fail because of lack of commitment of stakeholders and their willingness to contribute voluntary time. You know, in the beginning, often consumers are highly motivated, but this motivation might go down with time. So either new people are coming in or PGS might fall apart because it is not working and running any longer. Here you can see a map of where PGS can be found. And I already mentioned two major countries like India and Brazil. There are some more where PGS have been included in the regulatory guarantee. So they are accepted as equal to third-party certification. And there, with also a high number of small farmers, PGS might flourish. Most of the information I took for this presentation is from IFOM Organics International and its website. So there you can find more information on the PGS and on the details of those PGS. Now I would like to share a short video with you that explains the functioning of a PGS.
Shake the hand that feeds you. That's an interesting idea.
May I help you?
Well, I'd like to buy some organic eggs, but I've never seen this logo before.
You're in the right place. These eggs, as well as all the products sold at this market, are guaranteed through a PGS.
What's a PGS?
It stands for Participatory Guarantee System. It means that us producers, together with consumers and others from our community, come together to form a guarantee system that ensures the organic quality of our products and much more.
More?
Yes, well, many people in our community shared a vision to practice agroecology, produce safe and nutritious food, and ensure better livelihoods for producers. We wanted a system where we could decide, together with our community, how the food we produce and eat is grown. So we started using organic standards which also cover things like fairness, economic sustainability, and energy efficiency. We all participate in the management of the system, and decision-making is equal and horizontal. For example, we take time each year to verify every producer that wants to sell at this market.
And how does that work?
We call it a peer review. PGS farmers, together with consumers, visit each other's farms to see how things are being managed. The quality control is carried out by our own members.
Well, I don't know much about farming in general. Could be a good way to learn more.
Oh, definitely. Through these visits, we all learn. As producers, we're always looking for ways to improve our work. And by joining the visits, consumers better understand how the food they eat is produced and what our challenges are. Participatory guarantee systems create an environment of trust and transparency. By building a system together, members develop a sense of ownership and awareness, which ensures integrity from field to fork.
That sounds great. And what if I would like to take part?
Well, you're more than welcome. Just come along to our next meeting.
I'll do that, thank you.
Participatory Guarantee Systems, building sustainable food systems and healthy communities.
So you got a good, I think, understanding from this short movie about what PGS means. I just would like to add that there is also software available that we are offering from Organic Services that supports the management of participatory guarantee systems. It's also applicable for internal control systems within third-party certification systems, but it helps both external and internal systems. And group integrity is a tailor-made solution for running also participatory guarantee systems because it guides you efficiently through the workflow. So I would like to thank you. Here, the last slide, you'll find some resources and the link to the IFOAM Organics International website, and also some more information that we are offering on our websites. Thank you very much and goodbye.